We drifted through the streets of Havana in the back of an old Cadillac. Its cracked leather seats carried the lingering scent of 1,000 cigars. Bullet holes spidered across the windscreen, relics from another era, while the dashboard rattled softly with every pothole and uneven cobblestone. Each time we reached the crest of another hill, the driver killed the ignition and let the car roll silently downhill to save fuel, a necessity for him, but a source of quiet amusement for us. The only sound was the warm night air rushing through the open windows and distant music drifting somewhere deeper in the city. Eventually, the Cadillac groaned to a halt outside what appeared to be an ordinary old house, indistinguishable from the others lining the narrow street. No sign, no music, no hint of what waited inside. We paid the driver and followed our guide toward the faded doorway. I glanced back as the Cadillac disappeared into the darkness, its taillights glowing red for a moment before vanishing entirely into the Havana night. It was 10 o'clock, yet the air still clung to my skin, dry, heavy, far too warm for the time of evening. Strange to think that back home, Christmas was only weeks away.
This is La Luna Noche, small in size, big in character. I think it's the perfect way to end our trip to Cuba.
She handed us our tickets and led us toward the doorman waiting patiently beneath the faded porch light. He was dressed in a loose cream suit and a worn trilby hat tilted slightly to one side. Deep creases lined his face, and a thin silver moustache clung to his upper lip. There was something timeless about him, as though he had stood outside that same doorway for decades, watching the city change around him. One by one, he tore the stubs from our tickets with deliberate care. Then he grinned warmly at us, revealing tobacco-stained teeth. Before I even had the chance to mumble a nervous gracias, he pulled open the heavy wooden door. Instantly, we were swallowed by a cacophony of voices, laughter, and the intoxicating rhythm of a live band somewhere deeper inside the building. Warm air rolled over us, carrying perfume, cigar smoke, rum, and sweat. I hesitated for the briefest moment on the threshold before following the rest of the group into the glow of La Luna Noche. Like everyone else, I couldn't help but drink in the scene around me as we ventured deeper into the building. From the outside, La Luna Noche had looked tired and unremarkable. Just another weathered house tucked into the Havana streets. Inside, however, it felt as though we had stumbled into someone's crowded living room during the greatest party on earth. Everywhere I looked, people were dancing. Women floated across the floor in chiffon floral dresses that caught the warm amber light as they spun, while the men moved beside them in loose shirts and chinos, their movements smooth, fluid, and impossibly effortless. I watched, mesmerized. Their bodies swayed and twisted to the rhythm with an elegance that felt hypnotic, agile, sensual, almost theatrical. No one seemed self-conscious. No one stood awkwardly clutching drinks or checking phones. They simply surrendered themselves to the music. Then my attention drifted toward the band. 10 musicians crowded into the corner of the room, brass instruments flashing beneath the lights and adding fuel to the already infectious rhythm pulsing through the club. At the center stood a slight, wiry singer clinging to the microphone stand, his long arms flailing dramatically in time with the music. He reminded me instantly of Cab Calloway in the Blues Brothers, all energy, charisma, and movement, as though he wasn't simply performing the music, but possessed by it. Before I had the chance to completely lose myself in the music, my reverie was broken by a gentle tap on the shoulder. It was Charlie, the only other single person in our group, and annoyingly attractive to go with it. I looked at him in recognition and smiled.
Care for a drink?
Your timing is impeccable.
Come.
He led the way toward a small bar tucked into the corner of the club. It looked as though it had once been the house's kitchen, before someone decided it would serve better as somewhere to pour rum until dawn. As we waited to be served, Charlie glanced around the room before leaning slightly closer.
I've noticed the women here keep asking random men to dance.
he murmured, amused.
I think some of them are hoping for a free drink as well as a dance. Figured if I stood with you, they might leave me alone for 5 minutes.
I like your thinking. Eventually, Charlie caught the bartender's attention.
Dos mojitos, por favor, señora.
The woman nodded without breaking stride. Her mind remained somewhere within the music, while her hands worked entirely from instinct. Ice, mint, lime, rum. Each movement quick and practiced, as though she had made the same drinks every night for the past 20 years. A moment later, she slid 2 ornate glasses across the counter, condensation already rolling down the sides. Charlie handed over a few crumpled notes and pocketed the change before passing one of the mojitos to me. The glass was heavy and cool in my hand, overflowing with crushed ice and fresh mint leaves.
When in Rome.
He grinned, raising his drink.
Cheers.
Or when in Cuba, I corrected with a smile, gently clinking my glass against his. Cheers indeed. He glanced back toward the chaos of dancers and musicians filling La Luna Noche and shook his head with a laugh.
Well, it's not exactly what I imagined when they told us we were going to a club tonight.
Me neither, I admitted, taking another sip as the music swelled around us once again. For a while, we simply stood there, sipping our cocktails and soaking in the atmosphere around us. I'll never forget this place, I thought to myself. It wasn't like any club I could have imagined back home. There was something raw and alive about it, as though the entire building pulsed to the rhythm of the band. Charlie suddenly nodded toward the dance floor.
Look at Bill over there.
He laughed.
Looks like he's been accosted by a local.
I followed his gaze and burst out laughing. Bill, usually quiet, polite, and permanently sunburnt, was being enthusiastically spun around the dance floor by a woman in a bright yellow dress. I'm more impressed by his dancing skills, I admitted. He kept that quiet.
Who would have guessed, eh? Old Bill. Quiet and unassuming by day, devil on the dance floor by night.
Totally. Charlie drained the last of his mojito before placing both glasses carefully onto a nearby counter. Then he turned toward me and offered out his hand.
Come, let's make the most of the evening.
I thought you'd never ask, I smiled. Lucky I had salsa lessons before I left, isn't it? Charlie raised an eyebrow playfully.
Let's see how much you can remember then.
I placed my hand in his, and together we threaded our way toward the center of the room, weaving between carefree dancers and waiters balancing trays of drinks above their heads. As we moved closer to the band, Charlie leaned nearer so I could hear him above the music.
Have you noticed how music is everywhere here? It's like breathing to these people. A way of life.
Yeah, I replied. Did you see those little kids learning salsa the other day? So sweet. I think they learn early on that if you can't dance, you don't get the girl. Charlie grinned.
Good job I learned to dance then.
There was something dangerously charming about the wink that followed. With our inhibitions softened by rum and warm Havana air, we turned toward each other as the music swelled around us once again. Charlie's hand settled gently against my waist while mine rested cautiously on his shoulder.
Just follow my lead. You'll be fine.
At first, we moved awkwardly, hesitantly finding the rhythm beneath our feet. But little by little, the music carried us with it, until eventually we were dancing with the same carefree abandon as everyone else around us. With every song, I felt us drifting closer together. Like moths circling a flame neither of us quite wanted to resist. This is going to be a long night, I realised. And strangely, I didn't mind that at all.
You said you couldn't dance. I feel deceived.
I can't dance and talk at the same time.
You're making that look suspiciously easy.
If I step on your foot again, I apologise.
Okay. Stop showing off.
You ever have moments where you know you'll remember them? I think this might be one of them.
I call this move confused tourist.
I'm improvising too, very bravely.
You're making that look suspiciously easy. I was planning a quiet evening before you happened. Last night and all that.
So was I.
Careful. People are starting to think we know what we're doing.
We can't have rumors spreading.